I'm here with Andrew Thal, who is the founder of Furniture for Good. Thanks for being here with us today.
Thanks, Sarah.
So what inspired you to start this organization?
Well, I was volunteering at Martha's Table last year, and the person I was working with told me they had a bunch of furniture that was donated to them that was just sitting around, or they just couldn't hold it because they didn't have the space. And he mentioned to me that I could sell it, and worked for about 6 months about how to get the tax law correct and how to get everything right, and it works out great now.
And when did it officially launch?
In July of
And
this
so
year.
what results have you seen since then?
Well, so far I've been able to provide Martha's Table with over $700, which I think is pretty good since it's 3 months basically of part-time work. And I've enjoyed it, getting out there into the city and seeing people who have the problems of not being able to eat and things like that. Whereas here, it's more like, what are we going to wear and social things like that. And it's real issues that I feel like I can have an impact on. So I enjoy that.
And so do you want to open it up to the GW community? Because as you say, our biggest problems here are what are we going to wear, And so
Right.
would you like to sort of involve more students in your mission?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people, at GW can help a lot, and I think they'd get some enjoyment out of it too. And next semester I'm going to need more help running it because I'm going to be busier and things are going to grow. So, if I can get more people involved, that would be really great.
And so how do you plan on expanding it, not only in the rest of your undergraduate time here, but
Right.
past your college time?
Right. Well, first I plan on expanding to more charities. I'm working with Community Council for the Homeless at Friendship Place right now, and Green GW Move Out, and I want to work with more companies. And then I need to get more storage space and things like that and more employees. But eventually, this can grow anywhere. I could maybe go to other cities with this. There's always a need to feed homeless people.
And so is Martha's Table right now the only organization that the money is being donated to?
Yeah.
And if so, are you hoping to expand to more?
Right now they are the only one that I'm working with, but I'm pretty close to getting the details set with Community Council for the Homeless at Friendship Place, and then Green GW Move Out wants to work with me for student things because a lot of students need cheap furniture as well.
Right. And, how has this impacted you? I'm sure that you've gotten a lot of reward from it, but at the same time, it's a lot of work, it seems, and you are really the one most involved in every aspect of it.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is a lot of work, but I enjoy it. It gets my mind off schoolwork, and it's, it's nice to get out there and have an impact.
And do you think that they, have you seen sort of the appreciation of where the money is going in some sense, or even the Martha's Table as a whole, just sort of really accepting what you're doing and, no one takes what you're doing for granted, I'm sure?
No, not at all. Martha's Table's been really great about it. Every time I go there, they're happy to see me. They say, come back again. And recently, they gave me one of their garages and one of their vans just for my use, which I was really surprised and impressed with. So they're really helping and backing me on this whole project.
And so recently you participated in Pitch George, which is a competition sponsored by the university. Can you tell us more about the actual competition and your experience with it? Because you came in second place,
I
which
did,
is
yeah.
pretty honorable.
Well, thank you. I just enjoyed being there because this is my project. This is something that I spent a lot of time on, and it was cool to go out into the competition with all of these business majors. I've never taken a business class. I didn't know what I was doing, and I just went and gave my pitch, and all of these entrepreneurs and small business owners that are very successful were the judges, and it was really cool to see their feedback. They had a lot of great ideas for me, and they really liked what I was doing, and I got a lot of positive feedback, which was really cool to see that this thing that I created is working. And second place was great. And I got money for the business that'll help me grow and help me with advertising and involving more people and things like that. So it was just a fun experience, being out there and being able to present my idea and have it get such good feedback.
That sounds really great. I'm sure it must have really put pressure on you to show all this work that you've been doing, to sort of put it into words.
Sure. Yes and no. Every time I explain it to someone, what I'm doing, if they ask me what I'm doing, I say, I started a business this summer, and I have to give the same pitch every time. So I was just doing it in front of judges this time.
As opposed to friends.
As opposed to friends. So yeah, there's a little more pressure to do it correctly, but I've done it before, and I figured the best way was just to do what I do and not try and make it too complicated and things like that, and it worked out for me.
And so how can people get involved? I mean, I'm sure it's been growing ever since you started, and students or even larger organizations.
Sure. Well, ideally, volunteers to help move furniture would be amazing. You get community service hours, and we have that challenge by Michelle Obama, so that's a great
Right.
thing for GW if people want to get involved. If people have more ideas to help expand to other companies for me, I'm happy to listen to any ideas. I'm just trying to do as good, for as many people as possible. And if anyone has ideas, I'm more than open to hearing them and working with people.
And have you kept track, by any chance, of the hours that you've logged to put towards this challenge?
I haven't, because I don't think I can count them as volunteer hours because I am a for-profit company.
Mm-hmm.
It's a social benefit company, I guess, is the term that people use nowadays.
Is moving the furniture, though, considered community service?
For the people who would be, yeah. Not for me, but yeah.
Well, that's great. It seems
Yeah.
like you're definitely having an impact not only on our GW community, but DC as a whole. And I'm sure that, once you expand to other cities, it'll be even more of a charitable effort. So it's really great to have you here. And thank you so much for sharing with us all the work that you do.
Thanks for your questions. They were really on point and everything.
Great. Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks.